During the summer session, we started off with going to a Tigers game, so we did a pretty fun activity to start off, and then we had different people come in and speak to us about different areas that we might be interested in going into in the future. So every Wednesday we had a different speaker who would come in and talk to us, and then on Fridays we would go on field trips. We'd go to different businesses, see what they do some job shadowing. And then we made a trip to Chicago. While in Chicago we visited different businesses and we learned about how the recession is really affecting the businesses. We went to some larger ones and smaller ones. We also had an etiquette dinner where we learned how to properly interact with people if you have a job interview while over a meal. We had a woman come in and teach us, which fork to use, which knife to use, what's the proper way to do things if you're sitting at a table. And then during that time we also got to network with Albion alum. They came and spent some time with us before dinner, during dinner, and networked with them. And the next day we had mock interviews, some large companies came in and they just did the whole interview process, so we got some really good experience, and then they gave us our feedback. So most kids did about 3 to 4 interviews that day and got some really good experience for going into their internships, or some kids are just starting the interviewing process for their internships. I think that we are really prepared for what's going to happen after we graduate. I know if I go to an interview I'm going to feel so much more confident if I hadn't done the mock interviews. And I think it just really prepares you for going out and networking with people and learning how to interact, and it's outside the classroom stuff that you really can't learn just sitting there. So we've gotten to talk to a lot of people and we've gotten a lot of experience in that area. Well, before mock interviews we worked really hard on our resumes. We spent a couple of different seminars working on that. And then, so we got feedback on how our resumes looked, what we need to change to really stand out, and if an employer gets a whole stack of resumes, how we can set ourselves apart. And then we also did, we wore our business attire, so suits and all, and we got feedback on how we sat, how we looked, how we interacted, and then basically on questions. They would feed us, typical interviewing questions, and they ranked us on a scale 1 to 5, how we answered those questions, and then they left comments, and we got those sheets after the interview process. And then also, right after the interviewing process, we had like a 15-minute debriefing with them. So they said right to us, this is what we liked about you, this is what you need to work on. And we also got to ask any questions that we had. I think it's really distinct in that it's so personal. Everyone here really cares about you, and all your professors, the administrators, they want you to succeed, and I think that's the one thing that you notice in and out is they're going out of their way to make sure that we meet as many people as possible, especially right now, just getting our name out there and having people to get in contact with in the future. And I think that's really what sets us apart, is they truly care about us being successful in the future, and we've gotten some great experience to make sure that that happens.